Hi everyone, my name's Michelle and I'm Mama Loves You GB here on FlossTube, but also over on Instagram and Etsy as well. Welcome to, it's not the Sunday morning briefing, it might be the Monday morning briefing by the time this uploads. I'm really sorry, this weekend just had other things that had to happen this weekend. So yesterday I went to pick up some new sofas that we bought from a lovely lady and her lovely husband, and she was a quilter and a stitcher as well. She didn't, so lovely beautiful things to look at in their house. So yeah, really lovely couple. So we've now got a new sofa and a new chair, which is great because ours had seen better days. We've had them quite a while and they'd seen better days. And then we went to the cinema and Pizza Express today for Ness's birthday. It's actually not her birthday until next weekend, but the film that she wanted to see, Dogman, finished in the cinemas today. So we took her and her friends to see that. So that was a really great time. So it just meant that life got lifed this weekend, and so the video got pushed over till today, but never mind, we can cope with that. Right, I'm just trying to sort out, I've got lots and lots to share with you today. I have got two finishes, although one of them is actually a finish from last week that wasn't really a finish at all, turns out. So I'm just going to show this first because this one, I knew you'd spot it. I knew some of you would spot that there was something finished, and all I hadn't done was run this bottom line all the way along to the end. And so you lovely lot with your hawk eyes managed to catch that for me before I framed it. So perfect. That is properly finished now. But I do have a proper finish. So my proper finish is this one. Oops, nearly fell off. Winter by the Cricket Collection. Now I am loving, as I said to you before, having this book with all my whips in it, because I was just flicking through and I thought, do you know what, I could stitch on that. So I decided to find it out and I stitched on it and I finished it. And that's the point of that book. The point of that book is to stop me starting new things when I've got things that I would really quite like to stitch on. And all the things that are in that book, all those whips that I've got, I love. So I'm going to stitch on those. So this is what I did. I'm afraid I haven't managed to iron it, but there is my winter all finished up, and I have the autumn of this completed as well. So this is stitched on a piece of 32 count fabric that I hand dyed myself, and I used the other half of it, I think, for either a Tiny Modernist or a Clouds Factory Halloween banner, but I still haven't done anything with. So there it is. I just kind of used my own colours based on the front, and the white, I doubt you'll be able to tell, it's got a very thin sparkly filament in it as well, which, if I remember correctly, was sent to me by the lovely Charlie Feathers. So now I can return this chart back to the lovely lady who lent it to me. A little bit longer, I must admit, than I had hoped to have it for, but I shall send it back. Thank you. So that's my two finishes, I've worked on a couple of other things this week as well. So let's have a look and see what I've worked on. I have worked on a bit more of this one. So this is called Midsummer Night Designs Heaven Above. So Heaven Above by Midsummer Night Designs. And I've done a bit more on it. And what I didn't do last week is I didn't actually tell you what it says. So I'm going to do that now. Again, we could have done with a bit of an iron. So this is a piece of 30, I think it's 38 count fabric that I dyed myself. And I've put in some more of the words. I've finished the border all the way round, except for this bit here, where for some reason I had a tail and I just snipped it off. and I hadn't actually fed it under any of the stitches, which is really annoying. So this bit's all dark blue filling anyway, so I'll catch that bit at the border when I get to it. So I've done a few of the doodads and I've run the border all the way around the outside. So it says, there is a land of pure delight where saints immortal reign, eternal day excludes the night and pleasures banish pain. There everlasting spring abides and never fading flowers, death like a narrow sea divides this heavenly land from ours. So I do like this one. I've had it for a very long time and I haven't stitched on it. So again, my big book of whips came up trumps and reminded me of something that I need to stitch on, and it just sort of sits in the back of my head, and then all of a sudden I think I need to stitch on that, and so I do. And again, very much the case with the other whip. I was looking through my book of whips and this one popped up, Elizabeth Isles. Now this was a start for Laura's birthday, Brenda and Laura. Well, the Laura of Brenda and Laura. I don't think I need to explain who Laura is, do I? I'm not sure I do. And this was on the 1st of January 2022. So this has already been going for a little while. And this one says, all you my friends who now expect to see a piece of work thus performed by me, cast but a smile on this my mean endeavour, I'll strive to mend and be obedient ever. A couple of spelling mistakes in there as well, but don't you just love it? £17.99. So this is a piece of Victorian motto, 36 count, in a colour called Heritage Sampler, which is sort of got a greeny to it, but it's also got a brown. It's looking really, really nice on camera actually. It's probably slightly more green than it's showing. So I had the vast majority of what I've got up here, but I've worked up here. So I've put this little cherub in. This little cherub's got some wings and a full set of legs and a body, and I think that one's one as it was. And I'm just sort of running the double line around the border. I will probably sooner rather than later run the whole border around just for my own peace and comfort. But I'm enjoying stitching on that one, and it's just using the called for DMCs. So that's Elizabeth Isles. I didn't bring a bag for that one. There we go. Right, so that was my stitching. Now, I am pushing things on a little bit today because I have got quite a few things that I want to talk to you about. Mostly about my market picks, things that I have spotted in all these beautiful things that are coming out of market that I would really like to get my hands on. I've got a little bit of plans. After having said to you that I'm really trying to focus on my whips, I do have 2 starts that I want to make. I've got somebody on Instagram that I've been following really, really closely. In fact, let's start that. Inspired by Michelle Ray. Now, I have been following this lovely lady for quite a while now, and she has started to do a series of smalls stitched with a black thread. I think it's a Gloriana silk. Just to use up small pieces of linen that she's got, and lots of them have been freebies that I've featured over the years. Not suggesting that she got them from me, but it's nice to see freebies that I've suggested over the years, how they might look. And one of the ones is this one in particular, and this is going to be the freebie today that she stitched. And if I'm honest, I probably wouldn't have picked it out from this. I can and I will. But she stitched it so beautifully without the ear. She's just stitched that in black, and I don't know if you can see, it's got sort of like half stitches behind the lettering. She hasn't done any of that. It's just literally the little sort of outline of the card, and there, I can and I will in black, and it looks fabulous. I will link her down below because she is a marvellous, marvellous stitcher, and you should go and take inspiration from her. And it's called Inspired by Michelle Ray, which is about the best, most appropriate channel name that she could have. Sorry, I've still got that tickly cough. There's 2 or 3 others on there that she's done in black that I really would love to do as well, because they just look totally different. And this, I can just imagine this basket or dough ball of sort of these smalls that she's going to make is going to be amazing. So that's the freebie, and also an Instagram account that you need to go and look at if you're not looking at it already, which I'm probably late to the party. Right, what else have we got to talk about? Oh, just a quick thing with Facebook. I've had lots and lots of requests for Facebook friends just recently. I don't do anything stitchy on Facebook, I'm afraid. I literally use it for looking at Facebook Marketplace groups and trying to keep up with sort of friends from the Cotswolds, although the algorithms these days are just horrendous and I hardly ever see any of their posts anyway. So if you want to keep up with me, the best way is by Instagram. Like I say, I don't put anything, in fact I hardly ever put anything on Facebook as it is. So yeah, Instagram's the best place. I'm just gonna interject here about nails. Why, you ask? I tacked right on the end of my video last week a little bit about fingernails and about a great product that I'd found. And I didn't want to put it in my main video because I thought, well, it's not really what we're here to talk about, Michelle, but it is such a really good company that I've found. And it's a company called MoYou, and they make acrylic stickers. So let's show you those, if I can get them to, there we go. So these ones have got little hearts on them, and these ones are just plain red. So they make these acrylic stickers, and you stick them on, and then you put your hand under a little UV light, which you can get from them if you buy like 2 or 3 packs, I can't remember what it is. And they're fabulous. They stay on so well. I thought they were going to be rubbish when I first tried them, but I put them on and they didn't budge for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And these are like my 3rd set now, and my nails have grown really nicely underneath them. They're not damaged. And I know a couple of you, in fact more than a couple of you, have given them a try because the company's emailed me that my link's been used. So yeah, those are the ones that I did this week. I tried to make a video to show how to do it and it really wasn't very good, so I didn't post it. But yeah, that's my other hand. I'll show you my other hand. Now this is my first time using ones that have got like an image on them rather than just a plain one. And if I'd have planned my hands out better, I'd have put a full colour one on that nail as well. Because this nail, I've got a bit of a fat nail. And so I ended up having to use one of the other thumb ones for that one. And so I would have planned it out a bit better, but I quite like it. It's quite quirky, you know, I like it anyway. And they're lasting brilliantly. So yeah, I'll put it in the main bit of the video. I'll put the link down below. Go and check them out. If you're at all interested in nails, or you're like me, you can't do your nails for toffee and you're looking for something really, really easy that works brilliantly. Right, that's over and done with. Right, I'm going to talk about my plans, and I've got a giveaway. And I've got, I'm going to do my stitchy gifts and my little bit of haul. And then right at the end, I'm going to tell you all about my market picks. So I think that's the way to do it. So stitchy plans. I finished a modern folk embroidery. That means I get to start another one. In fact, I finished 2 modern folk embroideries, which means I get to start another one. Now, because it is Jacob's Fab February Alphabets stitch along, I wanted to start one of his other charts, and it is Ness's birthday next Saturday, 23rd, I think it's a Saturday, and so I think I might have a start for her birthday. So this is the one I've chosen. Go big or go home. This is the one I've chosen. This one is called Fancy and ABC, so couldn't be fancier than this particular ABC. And I've had this in my basket for ages and I never pulled the trigger on it because it is 353 stitches by 451. Huge, absolutely huge, Jacob. And I ummed and ahed as to whether I wanted to do it on a coloured fabric, and stitch the white or the cream, or whether I wanted to do it on a cream or white fabric and then stitch the green. I've come to the conclusion that I want to stitch the green, and I do want to do it in green. And I have this from Silks For You. So this is another hank that I bought last time I bought some hanks. Silks For You do an offer where if you buy 5 hanks, you get the 6th one for free. And I know lots of stitches kind of go in with one another and put together to buy the 6 hanks and then split the cost and then split the silk. So yeah, that's the one. That is the chart, because I do love it in this colour. I'm going to order some 36 count fabric. I thought I might have had some, but I haven't. So I'm going to order some 36 count, just plain white fabric, and I'm going to give it a bit of a tea dye just to take the bright, shiny whiteness off of it. And I am going to start this next weekend. The other thing I'm going to start, and I need to start before Stitch in London, because she'll kill me if I don't, is this one, a Hornbook Bestiary. Now my friend Hannah has just finished, or actually tail end of last year, finished Peacock, Unicorn and a Badger. And so I showed her this one after she'd finished this one and said, did she want to start this one? And I think we'd sort of half said about stitching it and starting it in January sometime. And I haven't started it yet, so I want to start this one. I think I may end up using the same silk for the background colour for that one as well. But yes, so I need to start this one pretty soon as well. Definitely before March, before I see Hannah. So those are my 2 planned starts. As I said, trying to get through the whips, but you've got to have a little start in there sometime, haven't you? Right, giveaway. When I was in America at the attic, a lovely lady called Odette gave me a big bag of charts that she wanted to pass on. And I thought what I would do is do a giveaway this week, and I will pick it next week when I pick the cotton and twine box. So if you haven't seen or entered for the cotton and twine box for this month, go back onto the last video and do that. So I thought I'd do a chart because it's half term, not next week but the week after, and so I know I'll be able to get to the post office in some good time. So I picked this one. She's a Welshie, Martha Evans, 1879. Martha Evans, 1879. So if you would like to win this chart, then I'm going to ask you to use the word Martha somewhere in your comment. So there we go. My stitchy kindness comes in the form of a Valentine's gift. Yes, I know. I was caught out too. Wasn't expecting anything. Didn't get him anything. So yes, got caught out this year. This was my Valentine's card. It is a proper card. It is a, you know, he didn't just write it on a piece of paper. It is a proper card. So that was my Valentine's card. And then 2 charts from the lovely Witchy Stitcher. Leave Me Alone, I'm cross stitching. He still hasn't taken his own advice. And this one, When We're Together Darling, Every Night is Halloween. So love that one. So I should be getting on to at least starting one of those fairly soon. Right, other little bits of haul. I have got my threads from Lakeside. So A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, V. So we're going to start at this end. All right, Vintage Violet, Wagon Wheel, Wasabi, lovely pale green, Wavy Navy, love that one. Weeping Willow, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love that green. Watley Woodlands, Wild Berries, Wild Oats, to be sown, Wilderness, and Wisconsin Woods. So when I opened them, actually, they were just a really lovely palette of colours, actually, I thought. Really nice palette of colours. Beautiful. We also went into Flying Tiger today, and so I picked up a couple of bits of ribbon. So this is just like 10 meters of satin ribbon. What's that, about 2 centimeters? Yeah, red satin ribbon. Ribbon. There we go. And this one, this is 3 meters of a really lovely sort of ombre type ribbon as well. So I always grab nice ribbon when I see it. And then my last little bit of haul that I've got, I just loved, and it's so sweet. So I bought a little tape measure, a little teeny tiny, I should think it's boxwood tape measure in the style of a fisherman's reel. So it does have, let me get the right side, it does have a little measure on it. I'm not sure as I'd use it in any kind of precise way. And then you just, oh, my hand's in the way, spin it round to put it back in. Now these aren't uncommon, but this was just a particularly nice little one with brass finishing, and it is so teeny tiny. I really want to put it in a little stitchy case with my beautiful things from Jackie du Plessis and some other nice little teeny tinies that I've got. God, she's coming through the ceiling. There we go. Right, let's see, what do we need from market this year? I'm going to move myself over and sort of sit on the edge of the chair so that I've got plenty of space here for some nice big pictures. These are in no particular order at all, really. They are just where I've seen them on websites. I've kind of snapshotted them, so I've got them. So I'm going to start with the first one, Quaker House Stocking by Kathy Barrick. Now this would be a partner stocking to the one that she released this year. The name escapes me. It's got a swan on it. I might put a picture of that one up there as well. But I'm stitching that one and it's a beautiful stitch and the colours are the same, so it would make just a lovely pair. Next one, Mrs. Julia D. Brown's portfolio from Needlework Press. There's quite a few of Needlework Presses in this year actually that I'm really interested in. So this was a perforated paper set and I remember seeing it as one of the class pieces from a retreat from last year and I was really taken with it then. So it is out now. This is another one that I've seen Vicky put on her Instagram recently, and a little part of the model that she's shown and a little part of the original. This is Mary Stevens, again by Needlework Press. I just love those beautiful bands, so lovely. This one also is a Needlework Press one, Hannah Wilson. You know I love a Quaker alphabet. That's going to be a must stitch. I can see me having a wall of Quaker alphabets. This next one's a bit of fun. This is by Silver Creek Samplers and it's called Flake It Till You Make It. I just thought that was lovely. The Blue Flower Birdie Bowl, Love, love, love this one. I love so much of the blue flower. She's just got such a beautiful way of designing. It's amazing. This is one by Teresa Koga. It's called My Heart is Fed. Now I need to have a look back in my Patreon charts, because I think I remember a similar one, whether it was this exact one, because she quite often makes changes between Patreon and final release. So I've either got something very similar or I'm going to have to get this one. A Stitches Quaker by Luminous Fibre Arts, Misty. Tiny Town, The Nativity. Now, this is beautiful. I really, really like this one. Robin Pickens, Peekaboo Birds. And also Ducks in the Orchard by Barefoot Needle Art. There's a bit of a bird theme coming along here, isn't there? We do like birds in needlework. All Is Well by Monticello Stitches. Now, this is a designer that I haven't personally seen anything else from. I'm sure there's loads and loads out there, but it's the first one of hers that's really caught my eye. So that's amazing. Hannah Barnett, Queenstown Samplers. Love this one. I just love the composition of it. It's beautiful. Dirty Annie. I love Dirty Annie stitches. This is called Proverbs 31:13. Fox and Rabbit, A Breath of Spring. Now, Fox and Rabbit have got several really beautiful ones out this year, but I particularly like this one, A Breath of Spring. Florence Arterton by Old Willow Stitchery. I feel like I've seen this one around and I've been waiting for it to come out, and I don't know why I feel that, but I do. But I'm definitely going to get this one. I love it. Bathsheba Brown, again by Queenstown Samplers. Again, just love the composition, the style. So beautiful. So beautiful. I've seen the model for this one. It's lovely. Spool House by Lucy B. Elizabeth Thompson, Red Barn Samplers, Rain Isles. Again, she's got several beautiful ones out this year, but I particularly like that one. Bumblebee Etchings by Heart in Hand. And then Kelly from Cosford Rise has got two stunning ones out this year. Cicada's Song Sampler, which is an original design by her, and one called Martha's Birds, which is a reproduction. Just wanted to send all the love to Kelly. She put a notice up saying that her mum was ill, and she was potentially going to be flying out to the States to be with her. So sending all the hugs and the love to you, Kelly. And then also, Fox and Rabbit have got two new colours of fabrics out. One called Sandcastle and one called Cactus Wren, which both look like perfect staple sampler colours. I don't think you can go wrong with either of those two. So that's it from me. That was a really quick whip down, and I might have slowed it up slightly so that you can see all the pictures properly, but it was a really quick whip down of everything that I would love to buy from market and have the time to stitch. Anyway, I will see you next week. Stay classy, stitchers.